After watching basically all reviews videos of the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, which all claim it being the best Android camera phone you can get, I finally decided to buy one as an upgrade from my Mi 10 Pro. However, the S21 Ultra turned out to be a huge disappointment. To be frank, the only reason I bought it is because it has the best camera lens, and is able to take the best pictures among Android smartphones, at least that's how it is advertised, and shockingly reviewed so, by basically any professional reviewers. Here let me show you how the king of Android smartphone got beaten by a much more cheaper phone that's been on the market released almost a year before. This footage is 6x zoom video on both phones at the same time. The S21 Ultra has excellent noise control in low-light environment, but in terms of clarity, it is nowhere near good. It's not even clearer than the Mi 10 Pro. For video recording, you can only use Auto Full HD on S21 Ultra in low-light environment, because under other mode it only give you pure darkness. In fact, under any other mode, manually adjusting the brightness level doesn't do anything at all. The Mi 10 Pro, on the other hand, is extremely easy to use, because adjusting the brightness level does a huge difference for your video recording. I'm just curious how difficult it is for the Samsung developers to make such a basic function work. Here I'm giving the Mi 10 Pro a score, simply because its video is clearer. I mean, what's the point of no noise if you can't even see clearly? Another thing I need to mention is that the biggest sell point of the S21 Ultra is it has a 3x and a 10x optical zoom lenses. This is the reason I bought this phone in the first place. But guess what? You can't use them in low light. I'm not even talking about extremely dark condition. I'm talking about environment like a garage, a room with a table light, or after sunset but not totally dark. Auto Full HD would not even allow you to use those two telephoto lenses, because they will give you pure darkness. You can switch to other recording mode, and force using those lenses, but yes, they give you pure darkness. It's a mess. It's a seriously ugly mess. They are not usable most of the time, and this is not what I spent over $1,400 for. Over here you are seeing their performance in extreme darkness. I must admit, Auto Full HD on S21 Ultra does an outstanding job. It can capture clear images where bare eyes must take a minute or two to get used to. Whereas the Mi 10 Pro is unable to catch much information under this condition. So this round, I'm giving the S21 Ultra a score. Still, as you have seen, bringing up brightness level on the S21 Ultra literally does nothing. I mean, can't you just make the footage brighter on the software? If it looks bad, we can manually bring it down, okay? Yeah, this part is the only part where I am impressed with the S21 Ultra. Now over here I'm showing you footage in the garage. You can see there are many lights. It is not pure darkness, but you will see the telephoto lenses do not work under such environment. Over here, do you see any outstanding improvement from the S21 Ultra to the Mi 10 Pro? I think the Mi 10 Pro's even got a more vivid color than the S21 Ultra. Now zooming into 6x, you can see the Mi 10 Pro's got more detail than the S21 Ultra. Although it has many image noise, but you can read characters more clearly. I don't know about you guys, but the most important thing to me is clarity. I'd prefer more detail over less noise. Here on the blue sign, it is more obvious. More detail is shown on the Mi 10 Pro. Manually focusing on both phones doesn't change the result. You can see on the S21 Ultra, lowering down the brightness level works a bit, but bringing it up doesn't make much difference. Here is what I'm talking about. You see on the S21 Ultra, if you use telephoto lens in, let's say, not so dark areas, it simply gives you pure darkness. It is useless. It feels like I am tricked into buying this product by something that doesn't even work. This is a joke, don't you think? Something cost such amount of money, but performs so badly. In fact, this is the footage I took just half an hour before I sold it out at 2/3 of its price. I just held this S21 Ultra for less than a week, but I had to sell it out. Keeping it not only means I'm losing more because it is totally useless, but also a constant reminder of me being a fool for believing it is a good product. And you know what I want to say the most? Shame on you all who reviewed this product as the best Android camera phone on the market. It is not the worst, but definitely not better than the Mi 10 Pro. And it so does not worth the price. I'm not even talking about the slow charging speed, no charger head included policy, and the unbelievably stupid software designs. If you ask me to put a price tag on it, I'll give it 1/5 of its current price, or even less. Those on the internet who claims there is no real footage of how poorly the S21 Ultra performs, well, here it is. So stop making false claims, telling people who question this stuff to shut up. The people who really need to shut up are those product reviewers who don't know how to properly compare products. They are not helping with anything, only making things worse. My simple advice to those reviewers: take some footage in dark light. I'm not talking about streets full of lights, that's not even dark. I'm talking about pure darkness. And when you compare photo samples, please zoom in, okay? You put two full-sized pictures on a screen and expect anyone to notice any difference in their clarity? Seriously? Over here, the S21 Ultra's video footage is so blurry. This is not a flagship. This is a flagship. Now let me show you some picture comparison. First, let's see the full-sized, no zoom picture. You see the Mi 10 Pro took the picture pretty quickly, whereas the S21 Ultra forced a 2-second night mode. So what you'd expect under this not-so-dark environment is that you cannot simply take out the camera and shoot. Instead, you need to shoot, hold, and wait. Let's try again. Shoot. Nice. No response on the S21 Ultra. So this is what you should be prepared for. When you try to capture something with your phone, by the time the S21 Ultra starts to work, the object may have already gone past you. And even if that object is not moving fast, it still needs to hold at least 3 or more seconds still for you to capture a clear picture. Flagship, huh? Now let's see. You took 6 more seconds to respond, to force night mode, and to optimize your picture. Do we get a better result? No. It is no better than the fast picture delivering cheap Mi 10 Pro. I mean, what's the point of manufacturing this stupid flagship anyway? To insult us? or to insult you, Samsung? You see how slowly the S21 Ultra responded? The Mi 10 Pro has finished saving its picture, but the S21 Ultra did not even start to work after the phones had been put down. This is some serious joke, and it's not funny. You know what? I'm giving the S21 Ultra some special allowance. I will hold the phone much longer, just so it can do its job properly. You see how slowly it responded to my actions? On opening the picture, it usually requires another 2 seconds or more to optimize the picture, during which time your actions are ignored. Yeah, that's how a flagship smartphone works, right? And do we get a better result from this forced slowly process? No. Not at all. Now here is under the so-called ideal lighting condition. Now the S21 Ultra shows how it really should have performed. Although its performance is not as stable as I'd like it to be. So it seems the S21 Ultra only works well under strong light. Otherwise, it is not better than a phone almost half its price. Now I'm going to show you how they perform with 5 times zoom. The S21 Ultra zooming result is quite disappointing. I don't even want to comment on this comparison anymore. I just want to say to those S21 Ultra reviewers that you should all buy one yourselves. Flagship. Flag. Shit.